What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, I was going ahead and scrolling through Twitter, and I saw a post by 42 Thunder, an absolute goat on the YouTube scene. And what he said was so perfect, in my personal opinion. I want to go ahead and share it on this video. He said, Call of Duty, when I started playing it, equals all creativity and effort went into the actual game. Call of Duty in 2023 equals no effort at all put into the game. It's literally copy and paste content now, and all effort and creativity goes into the shop bundles and free-to-play modes. Now, of course, we got to be real here. When it comes to 42 Thunder and, my opinion over Modern Warfare 2, they're pretty darn different. He absolutely hates the game, and I kind of enjoy it. But when it comes to creativity, I think that he absolutely nailed it here in every way, shape, and form. This has to be my biggest problem when it comes to Modern Warfare 2 and pretty much Call of Duty as a whole right now. And it really hurts too because, again, I see potential across the board when it comes to some of these games, but they just won't act on it. They just won't push forward when it comes to the 6v6 side of Call of Duty. And even when the developers do make drastic changes, whether it's to the gameplay, the formula, the foundation, I don't care what it is. Can't we all be real here that these changes are focused on Warzone, they're focused on DMZ, they're focused on other modes, and then they're made to fit within 6v6, They have to work with 6v6. They're not made for 6v6. They're not designed around 6v6. They're not, nerfed nor buffed around 6v6. Every problem is resolved in Warzone and DMZ and any other popular free-to-play mode that they have first, and then it's transferred over to the original game. And sometimes it's not even transferred over. It's completely neglected. Remember in Warzone 1 when we had red dots on the minimap? But we couldn't get red dots on the minimap at all for the full year and still never, just like Thunder said, there's no more effort that's being put into the core game. It's all copy and paste, and all the creativity, all of the additions, all of the main fixes will go to, bundles, free-to-play modes that are popping off. If Warzone dies, I guarantee DMZ will take the spotlight, and so on and so forth. 6v6 will pretty much always be neglected. It sucks because there used to be a day where 6v6 was the main thing for Call of Duty. That was their main focus. They would have campaign, their multiplayer, and then obviously, depending on the development team working on the game, if it was Infinity Ward, it would have some sort of Spec Ops, and if it's Treyarch, it has some sort of zombies. But at the end of the day, those three things were perfected in every way, shape, and form. And every year that a new Call of Duty game came out, they innovated on the core formula without destroying anything that was intact and making things only better. When I think back to games like Black Ops 1, going over to Black Ops 2, or, even going back to the core games, let's go all the way back. Let's start off with Call of Duty 4 and World at War, right? And moving over to games like Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2. Massive, drastic changes. I mean, all the new streaks, all the new innovations, all the new challenges, all the new things to do, all the new grind factors, all the new, customizations, everything enhanced. And going on from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, same exact thing. But there became a point where that creativity left, and they no longer wanted to enhance the 6v6 side or even just the core, the core gameplay of what makes Call of Duty great, and they're more worried about what the next big thing is. Forget about perfecting this outstanding game that you have. They just want to make sure the name is popular, the name is relevant anywhere else to make sure, people will continuously come in and cough up money. It's always funny to me because since the beginning of time, content creators, individuals, just the Call of Duty community has been complaining about COD. Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. People have been complaining about them since, day one. There was always a problem with it in COD. People think that nowadays we're super toxic. Trust me, it was just as toxic back in the day. But the massive difference is that even though we were getting irritated with Call of Duty, even though we were getting, mad with certain things, we were still addicted. We were still in love with the game because the game was still well designed. It was still fun. Nowadays, the creativity isn't there. There's not enough innovation, not enough spark to keep people interested. So, we might still have the same, negative attitude on the occasion, but we're also getting bored at the same time. People are legitimately leaving the franchise, you know? There's no working around it. The lack of creativity is honestly just simply painful. I mean, even looking at this tweet from one of my homies, Country, this is a fantastic tweet right here because once again, it just shows how little they care or are passionate about just the core game of Call of Duty now. It's all about Warzone, and they know that Warzone doesn't require anything to hype it up. You know, it's an online free game that anybody can go ahead and download. It's just a bad direction. But just look at this. The homie Country posted this up. And look at all the things that we used to be able to get out of pre-ordering the premium bundles. You know, nowadays you pre-order a premium bundle. You know, this year we got lucky. We got 50 tier skips. Oh, 50 tier skips in the battle pass, which actually is, you know, because if you think about it, that's $50. But it's insane that this is what we're talking about now. I'm sitting here saying that, you know, it's going to cost you $50 to skip 50 tiers. And then you look at stuff like this, and we actually used to get physical things for our money that would hype us up about the game, that showed that they were passionate and they loved what they were doing with their projects. It's just like a RCXD car and the drones and the jug machines and, you know, Modern Warfares, they would give you like night vision goggles and stuff like that. It's just, they cared so much. And yeah, you know, we still do get things like that on the occasion from time to time, but they're slowly straying away. And you see it year after year after year. And soon it's going to become a point where, you know, they're not even going to care about anything else besides the free-to-play aspects. You know, campaign will always be there. I'm not going to lie, because they treat campaigns like, you know, little mini TV series or little mini movies, you know. People, that's usually what people buy into initially. But the multiplayer was, you know, like I said, that was the main factor. You finish the campaign and the rest of the replayability out of the game was the multiplayer. They cared about it. They loved it back in the day, and they just don't have that same love and passion for it now. And in my opinion, it honestly shows all of the changes they're making in these current COD games seem so rushed, like they had no time, no effort, no thought process behind any of them. They just said, you know, look at that, let's change it. Like the perk system, for example. I hate the perk system in Modern Warfare 2 so unbelievably much. And, you know, they are trying to find a middle ground with us by decreasing the time constantly, basically until the timer is 0 and we have all of our perks, I guess. But it's so much easier just to hit the revert button and keep it as it is, you know? And it just seems like it was such a rushed innovation, something that they didn't, you know, spend years sitting back on and trying to, you know, perfect. Compared to, you know, something like back in the day where, you know, big innovations were stuff like, I said, the streaks. You know, going from a game like Call of Duty 4 to a game like Modern Warfare 2, the streak difference was insane, and it was a major hype factor. Introducing the nuke, being able to have, you know, controllable choppers like a chopper gunner, having an AC-130, care packages to give you random rolls. I mean, the streak system was a good innovation, something that they kept intact while still innovating. Call of Duty Ghost is another good example because it's one of the most hated Call of Duty games. But at least the innovation in that game was worth everybody's time. And if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. It wasn't for you. But at least it was something that they were creative with, that they actually thought about. And it wasn't something that was just, you know, shat out. You know what I'm saying? Like the perk system in there. My goodness. That's how you handle innovating the perk system. Not how they did it in Modern Warfare 2. That's how you handle it. With Call of Duty Ghost, that was a fantastic innovation. It kept the core perk system exactly how we like it while adding a unique, cool twist on it. Those are the things that I'm saying here. Those are the innovations that I want to see. But we aren't seeing that stuff because guess where all their time is? Warzone. That's where all the innovations are coming into play. And as you can see, those innovations aren't working out very well. And guess what's getting instantly reverted right now as we speak? Warzone. You know, Warzone 2 is getting huge changes coming within the next season. And what's going on with Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer? Oh, you know, we got to pray and keep our fingers crossed that we're going to at least get, like, 3-4 maps. Maybe, if we're lucky. I guarantee we'll probably still see, you know, like 1 or 2 at the launch. We got to wait until mid-season to see another couple. And they're probably all going to be I'm just... It sucks to be in the spot that we are right now, but it's the sad truth. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. As I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this too. We do still have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.